Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, channel, and an intuitive life coach. And I want to welcome you to Supernatural Saturday. And this is the meditation portion of our weekly show. Our weekly show, Shortcuts for Your Soul, is where we discuss certain ideas and concepts and channel messages and answer your questions. And today's the day where we do a meditation to help to integrate and allow your mind and your body to be put back into a position where it is your servant and not your master. Learning to realize that you can train your mind and train your body very easily to not be your master. You know, the world has had its way with your mind. The world has had its way with your body. Now it's you and your turn to take authority over your mind and your body. And today is called, hang on, just a moment here we go. Yes, you are peace. It's not something you have to acquire. Peace is not something you have to acquire. It's something that you are. Peace is not something that you have to acquire. It is something that you are. Many of you are convinced to believe that the fulfillment of your happiness is dependent upon the means and ways of the world around you. And we would highly disagree and say your happiness and your peace are wholly dependent on what you are able to be consciously, deliberately, intentionally, meaningfully. The choice to be peace must be accepted and enacted by you and you alone. For if the world had the capability to give you the everlasting peace that so many of you seek, it would have done so by now. But we say to you quite simply that you are that everlasting peace. That when you learn to surrender or allow the old self to die, or to at least take a back seat to who you are, you move yourself into a position where your mind and your body now become instruments through which you express your being, a being which you have full authority to determine as its expression. Whether you are being joy, or being anger, or being peace, or being sadness, or being playfulness, you have the ability to select and choose what your being is. But in order to come to that understanding truly, you must experience yourself as that being. You must experience yourself not as your thoughts, not as your memories, not as your body, but as your being. There is a clear distinction between what you are as a being and what this body is and what the thoughts in your mind are. There is a clear distinction. And when that distinction is fully understood and articulated, you can then begin to work with your mind and body as the instruments they were intended to be the moment you arrived in it. Your body is an instrument, a vehicle through which you are able to express your consciousness, your being, however you may choose that being to express. Many of you are expressing without choice. Many of you are simply expressing because you are just reacting to things, not out of choice or reason or intelligence. Many of you are just pushed into reaction, as we see so many of you these days being pushed into reactions by other people's unwarranted fears and concerns. So in today's meditation, our goal is to enable you to align to that which is already true, to simply afford you the process and the experience of knowing a little bit more about who you are as a being, as an awareness, as a consciousness that has free will and choice, but only from the perspective of who you are as an awareness. Many of you are confined to the room of your mind, the structure of your body, believing that your mind and your body are the only place from which you will find your identity. And nothing could be further from the truth, for you can give a new identity to your mind and body at will. But in order to do that, you must understand how to do that. For the world has told you that you are this person or you are that person. You are a John, you are a Mary, you are a Peter, you are a Bob, you are a Doug. The world has told you what you are supposed to be, but you are already what you are. And so today we offer you this opportunity to simply become aware that you already are the very thing that you need to be in order to be free of the confines and restraints that this world is so gleefully trying to put upon you. And when we say the world, we do not mean the earth, this beautiful being you call Gaia, this wonderful light that offers you her flesh, that you may have flesh. Not her when we say the world. When we say the world, we mean those of mind, the men's mind, the made-up stories, those of you that make up the world, that have made you to believe you are who you think you are. And we say to you, you're not who you think you are what you think. Please understand this. You are peace. You are joy. You are love. You are not fear. Fear is not who you are. You did not get born into fear. You were born into peace. Regardless of what was going on in the world, your consciousness, your awareness was at peace. While your body may have been stressed by environmental conditions, your consciousness, you were at peace. You were in love. You were in unity. When you came into that body that you find yourself in right now, that seems to some of you to be so confused, and will simply say to you that there is no confusion about who you are when you understand how to experience that truth. And in order to do that, we will walk you through very simple steps. And we repeat these steps every time we come here on this day, this Saturday. We repeat these steps so that you may learn them and entrain your mind and body to embody them, so that your mind and body follow you rather than you feeling like you're being dragged around by your mind and body and what it's doing and what it's not doing, what it's thinking, what it's not thinking. That is insanity. You want to embody your mind and body to be in alignment with your being, not the other way around. The world has made it the other way around, and we'll simply assist you in that process today. Learning to get your body to sit still. For some, this is the very first step and can be the most uncomfortable because the body is so captured by fear and uncertainty. It is on high alert. So many of you are caught in this state of high alert, uncertain about what to do, and your body is waiting for something to happen, and it doesn't want to let go because it's afraid. So you will take that body, you will sit it down, you're going to reassure it, you're going to give it permission to relax, to let go, to be still. And you're going to keep encouraging it with your breath to encourage your body to be still, and to be still, and to be still repeatedly. It will learn the way you teach it as easily as it has learned the way the world has taught it. Your body will learn from you the way it has learned from the world. And you can reteach your body to be renewed and in your image, and not simply the image of this world. And so the process of getting your body to be still, and to be still, and to be still, you use your breath for this. And you must understand that when you use your breath, when you deliberately breathe, you are asserting a level of benign authority over the matter of your body. This process of asserting benign will over your body simply by the use of your breath, this is the first and most simple step that may be repeated multiple times for your body to learn what you are teaching it, as equally as it learned through many times being shown how to hold a cup or to take a step or to utter a word. It had to be taught. And so now we offer you the opportunity to become the teacher of your own mind and body, to not allow the world to have that power or influence over your mind and body ever again. so that you may establish a new world for yourself while you are in this playground of creation, so that you may establish a new world in this playground of creation. Your body will learn if you repeat your instruction to it. If you are lovingly relentless in saying, be still, if you are lovingly relentless in saying, I release your tensions, I allow you to relax, I give you permission to be still and to remain still, and I continue to allow this. And as you repeat this to your body, it will begin to feel better because you are relieving it of the stresses that this world has been imposing upon it. And when you learn to release the stresses of the body that the world has been imposing upon it, you begin to move towards peace. In your conventional sciences, the condition is called homeostasis, or a stasis, a place of balance. To breathe, to keep the body deliberately relaxed, even if it wants to jump up and run and look and try to go somewhere else, you repeatedly give it gently, lovingly, relax, be still. And you continue to do this. It's okay. You are still for this time. You teach it this new way. And when it learns this new way, it turns to you because you'll make it feel good. And when your body feels good, it will listen. It will listen. And it'll say, I feel good the way this one is teaching and training me. Your body will feel that from you as you say, relax, be at peace. I release your tension. I let you go. I give you permission to be completely still and quiet. Your body will begin to feel good, and it will begin to listen. It will begin to listen. And as your body begins to relax and listen, what follows is the mind. All of the thoughts that the world has placed into your mind through your ears and your eyes, through your hands, all of those thoughts that you've acquired, they too, in our second step of this process, they too will begin to be released. You take your attention away from your thoughts. You take your attention away from the world. You take your attention to what you remember, what you fear might be to come. You be present with us. You bring yourself in this present moment where there is no tomorrow. There is no yesterday. There is no thought and memory. There is none in this moment. It is true. Can you feel that? Can you feel in this moment? There is only this moment. There is no tomorrow. There is no before. And so as your body now begins to release itself to you, to entrust you with itself and allows itself to relax, you continually teach it to relax. Now you turn your attention to the thoughts. And you say to the thoughts, be still. Be still in this moment. Be still in this moment. You keep your attention away from your thoughts. Away from your thoughts. You keep your attention away from your thoughts. And you keep doing that, pulling your attention away from your thoughts and away from your thoughts. And then the mind, with all the thoughts of this world and your past and your fear of the futures, all of that begins to become quiet as you give it permission to be still. Give your mind permission to not think by taking your attention away from your thoughts. And in taking your attention away from those thoughts, stillness. And the sensations in your body when your mind becomes still deepens. That sense of calm, that sense of freedom begins to expand, and the body feels even more relaxed. And you use your breath when thoughts come to release thoughts, and you use your breath when thoughts come to release thoughts, and you use your breath when thoughts come to release thoughts, until there are no more thoughts, and you are just breathing. And in those moments, you begin to feel greater peace. You suddenly begin to realize, Ah, I can say, be still. I can quiet this mind and still this body. And you practice this, and you practice this, and you practice this. We will do it with you today. And you practice this, and you train your mind to listen to you, to not be captivated by the seductions of the world. You train your mind to be captivated by your quietness, your patience, your willingness to allow it to be still. You captivate the mind, which in turn has a chance to rest in the silence. When you take your attention away from thoughts, your mind has a chance to rest in silence, and you begin to feel freedom. You begin to feel your being, what you are as an awareness. You no longer recognize yourself as just a body-mind. Your mind and body are now mechanisms you place into a state of receptivity to you. And when you know that your mind is still and your body is still, there is a peace that you begin to become aware of, and that peace is you. And as you become more aware of that peace, you begin to sense that I do not have to focus on thoughts. I can keep my body still and quiet, and I do not have to focus on thoughts, and I can keep my body still and quiet. And you do this, and you do this. And then you feel yourself. You become aware of your being. You become aware that, wait, I am awareness. I'm aware that the mind is quiet, the body is still, and it feels good. And now you begin to understand that you have dominion over this holy temple, this divine temple of the living Creator. You begin to clear your house of unwanted guests in the form of thoughts and memories and ideas. You begin to give the body permission to be free of the anxiousness that the world stimulates all the time. And that does not mean that you aren't aware that those things will occur. You will just not be affected by them the same way ever again. When you know that you can still and quiet your mind, when you know and experience that you can still and quiet your body, there is a freedom. There is a freedom that is your nature that begins to emerge. And isn't that not wonderful? There is a freedom that you are. When you begin to know who you are as a being, the process of creation becomes a different experiment while you're in this material dimension. When you know who you are, the process of creation becomes an experiment for you rather than something you have to struggle with. We encourage you strongly, as we always do, that if you have water with you, you drink it, 4 to 6 ounces, before we begin. We're not quite ready yet. We're going to take some questions, because we know there's some questions. But understanding that your body has to be trained. You have to reteach your body from what the world has taught your mind. You have to reteach your body from what the world has taught your mind. You have to teach your body that it can be still and to be quiet. You have to teach your mind that it can also, likewise, be still and quiet. You do not have to think. You don't have to think about thinking. You can literally have a quiet mind and still be very aware and very present and very effective and very creative. For you won't have the constraints of preconceived notions and ideas fluttering through your awareness to cloud your vision or your eye that you might see what you need to express or be in this dimension. And so let us hear from you that we may offer you an understanding of why this will work. If you are persistent, remember your body needs to be trained. It has been trained by the world. Your mind has been taught by the world. And now you have to reteach your mind and your body to be in the image and likeness that you need it to be. And what is that? You cannot know what that is until you get your mind and your body still and you become aware of who you are. This incredible, delicious soul that you are. This limitless potential that is able to be an architect of creation through mind and matter. That you are love, that you are peace, that you are freedom, that you are joy. It's not something your government can give you. It is not something anyone can give you. It's because it's what you are. But you have to realize that by experiencing it. And so we offer that to you today. We shall begin shortly, but let us take a few questions. Wonderful. Hello, Magnet. Hi. We got a question from Danielle. Since I came back from the mountains, I've been feeling sick and today worse. I hope it's an ordinary cold and nothing else. What is it, please? Yes. Increase the water you're drinking. Also, release your resistance to this. Do not fight this. Many of you must understand that there is a huge income of energy onto this planet right now. This planetary body is being bombarded with an electromagnetic spectrum of energy that your science calls radiation in the form of cosmic rays and gamma rays and X-rays. These energies are coming. These are higher vibrational frequencies of energy imparting to this planet right now from this Sol, this place you call your sun, that feeds consciousness to the planets. It feeds qualities of vibration to the planets. And if you are resistant to them, there are effects. As you know from the studies and teachings of your martial artists, that there's a place where if there is resistance, there is conflict. If there is no resistance, there is a minimum of conflict. And so these higher vibrational energies that are coming in now, we encourage you to sit, no matter how your body feels, and have no resistance to it. Use your breath and allow these energies to flow through you. Many of you are getting symptoms of headaches and heart palpitations and different symptoms of ringing in the ears, and you find yourself resistant to them or uncomfortable or uncertain about those. But that is only because your body does not have a conception for these frequencies of energy, so it simply interprets it as an outside influence that could potentially harm it. That's just, nothing could be further from the truth. In aligning yourself energetically to these frequencies, allowing them without resistance, using your breath, this process we'll show you today will help you to experience that. This process we'll show you today will give you experience with how to release your resistance to these energies that are coming in. Yes. It's so true, too. I mean, for myself, Daniela, when I first started feeling it about 4 days ago, I had two nights in a row where I just felt this incredible wave of fatigue. And then my guardian angel, John, stepped in. He said, stand up, relax the body, breathe, and release your resistance to this energy that you're feeling. And I did. So I stood up, I breathed, and I exhaled. And I literally just, I didn't try to fight the feeling of fatigue. I just breathed and I just let go. And I just felt this relief. And I had lots of energy for the next hour or so, just by not having resistance to these frequencies of energy that are coming in. They're also known as Ascension Energies, right? Humans don't understand a lot about higher frequencies of energy and how they can impact your consciousness, how they can impact the body, how can they impact the mind if there's resistance and non-resistance, right? It's why do some people that get exposed to high levels of radiation not get sick and other people do? You know, why do some people get exposed to certain toxins and get affected and others do not? It's because the resistance in them is less. The one that's not affected has less resistance in them to that frequency. You have many teachers on this planet that have taught you about letting go of resistance. No worries. It's all good. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that super chat, Diane. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so, so much. Question from Maria. Is my body at the moment of my birth only on Yes, and no. Your body, the biology of your body, contains within it up to 3 generations directly of emotional and mental information. Emotional, mental, and physical information is carried for 3 and 4 generations. You are a soul that has inherited, they say, the meek shall inherit the earth. And this is what you are. You are very meek when you come into this body. So the meek inherits the earth. And you are meek, but you are also limitless and you are free when you align yourself to the higher vibrational awareness of who you are as an energy. Then even these memories that are inherited, whether they be physical, mental, or emotional predispositions, your consciousness can affect, alter, and change them, and even forgive them. And by forgiveness, we mean to literally release them. Your awareness can be of such a frequency that you literally release those past energies. Wow. Great question. So Shane is asking for a message at this time. I've got a question from Mary. I don't know why. This is weird. Shane, I've never gotten a message like this before. It's really strange. Something about chocolate. There's something about chocolate. There's something about or in chocolate that you need. But they're showing me like something for your heart that has to do with chocolate. Yes, there are organic, natural chocolates that you can use. But they're saying, very important. There's something in this substance that is needed for your body at this time. Question from Mary. I see that my grandmother has become a guide in training to assist the following generations. That's a statement, not a question, but you already know that. Why would you ask us? That's why you made it as a statement. Many of you ask us questions that you are already answering by the way in which you present your question. The question from Magnet: any tips on about how to keep up with Ascension Energy? Yes, they just mentioned something a few minutes ago about that, the state of non-resistance. The meditation that they're going to do with us today is literally about that, experiencing your being, not being localized to your body-mind. We're so caught up in this that we're disconnected from who we are as a consciousness. So the meditation today will allow you to realign to that energy of your being. And the energy of your being can reorganize the functionality of mind and body. Only from the perspective of your being can you organize mind and body. Or you can continue to allow the world to organize your mind and body for you. And how is that working out for so many of you? It is not working out very well for a lot of you. But your being, as you are, what you truly are, would align your mind and body in such a remarkable way that you will delight in every instant of your presence here in this time-space dimension. If you brought your mind and body into alignment of who you are being, who you are, dear being, dear soul, when you bring your mind and body into alignment with who you are, you'll be deliciously delighted. Wonderful. Thank you. Question from Fardiba. As an empath, it's becoming more difficult to do my work, which deals with people in their struggles. Does this process that you teach assist with the ability to hold and support them? Once you understand the nature of how to reorchestrate your mind and body to be your servant, it is simply a matter of them teaching these others to do the same. Many of you healers that work in the mental realms and many of you healers that work in the physical realms, again, are functioning from a plane of consciousness that simply manages certain states rather than transcend them. But we can assure you that this process that you'll learn today, if you understand it and teach it to others, it is very simple. They just need to be taught how to do it until they learn to do it, until their mind and their body are trained or retrained by them to be as they need it to be, which is usually still quiet, open, and receptive. And when your mind and body are still quiet and open and receptive to you, not to the world, when your mind and body are still open and receptive to you, not the world, you will experience a different mind and a different body begin to emerge. Vertical Connections asking, how to avoid eviction in 3 months and not lose the business, how to stay afloat. So this is a question for James. Master Jesus is saying, do not fear, for how can you find the love and the faith that you seek if you live in fear? Do you not know what is being done? You do not know because you are not aware. Please understand, have no fear. And this is where you must understand. You must not have fear. Fear is what the world is feeding so many of you by the spoonful. You must release and relinquish your fear. Release and relinquish your fear. This is so important to understand. And in this, you'll begin to understand that process. And if you understand that process, everything in your life right now is connected to your fear. Everything in your life is connected to your anger. Everything is connected in your life that's in your head, your fear, your anger, your guilt, your shame, the memories of your past. Your world is connected to these things, and you must break that connection and establish a new one so you can establish a new heaven on earth for yourself. When you are able to bring in your peace, you're able to bring in your joy, you're able to bring in your love, you're able to bring in your prosperity, your abundance. When you can bring them in as an energy into your mind and into your body, you will have no concern about the changes that occur around you, but that does not negate the responsibility that you have in doing that. And many of you look to your governments or something outside of you to make the changes that you yourself must make. And this is simply ineffective and very destructive, for now you place on the hands of others your life, and they can barely handle their own life, and you're expecting them to be your life. No, you must take responsibility. Release your fear, this one. Release your fear. Wow. Question from Tanya. Why do so many animals show up in my life lately? Yes. Well, Francis of Assisi has been working with you for a while, Tanya. Understand, animals are really connected to a Gaia. I would suggest, from what you're saying, that you connect to the earth more. You take some time to go out and ground with Gaia. Like, get out there. The animals are trying to get you to connect more to Gaia. The consciousness of this being, this earth, is a living organism. The earth is a living organism. You look at the earth. Let's look at it scientifically. We got the earth, and it's got a nucleus in the form of a plasma core. It's got different layers inside, and it's got the crust on top, and it's got an atmosphere around it, and it is in space. Just like the cells of your body have an area, they have an environment around the cell, and they have stuff inside of it. The earth is a living organism, equally as functional as your cells in your body are. You need to honor and connect to that earth. You need to really connect to the energy of that earth. Really spend time connecting to the essence of the consciousness of the earth. You're going to find it's going to make a huge, huge difference for you. Animation's asking, can you please let me know what my guides meant when I heard I am the chosen one? Well, it's true. We all are. Every one of you souls, not your mind and body. Do not let your ego, do not let your mind, you can become a crazy maniac if you think that you are the chosen one from the perspective of mind and body. We are all the chosen one. Your soul is the chosen one, here to do and effect a very unique expression of infinite divinity through this physical mind and body. Your mind can take that information and think it is supposed to own everything or possess everything. That is what the mind does with that realization of how enlightened it is. When your mind thinks it is enlightened, then it wants to control everything. But who you are has no need for control. For who you are is a limitless creator. When you understand this, then you have no need for control. You have no need for control. All of you are the chosen one, the soul that you are. But to know the meaning and function of that is really what's in your question. What is the meaning and function of my purpose as a chosen one? As a chosen one. What is my meaning and function as a chosen one? And only you can discover that by learning to distinguish who you are from that mind and body. And then to bring down into form that which you are. But how can you know what you are if you don't know who you are? So this process we'll give you today will begin to open the door to moving a little closer away from who you are not and a little closer to who you actually are. Wow, thank you so much. Great question. I'm going to take one more question, then we're going to begin the meditation. Question from Susan. Oh, so she's just helping somebody. Question from Sunny. I've been getting a lot of nightmares lately. Is this due to the ascension process? Yes and no. Yes and no. Sunny, one of the things, yeah, okay, just a moment. Sometimes they all want to come running in, your guides, your angels, all these other beings want to come running in. What's really important is you're tuning into the astral world, the human astral world, the collective consciousness of humanity. And there's a lot of fear in the collective consciousness of humanity because we've got a few maniacal beings that think that they're the only chosen ones. They're not. We are all chosen ones. And you're tuning into the astral realms of human fear and thought and connivance. And what you need to do is liberate yourself from those fears. Again, you're being given the opportunity to surrender the world so that you can find yourself. What Master Jesus, you got to lose yourself to find yourself. You've got to lose the world to gain your soul. And the world he's talking about is the mind that you've been given by the world. That's the world you have to lose. You have to lose the world to gain your soul. Lose yourself to gain the soul. Very interesting. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, they're just telling me that that's really important. You understand this process, that your thoughts are not who you are. Your liberation comes only when you begin to realize who you are again, not who the world has made you to be. Yes. The false self is the personality you've been given. You are already the true self that you are, but you believe the false self is more real than the nature of who you are as a being. And our goal today is again to at least bring you closer to that truth and further from the lie. I love it. Wow. Really cool. Okay, guys, listen. We're going to do the meditation now. Yes. I love the Divine Collective. These guys are amazing. I mean, they're all amazing. Master Buddha, Jesus, all these beings are absolutely amazing. You know, and any one of you can become a medium. I mean, we are all mediums. We are all conduits for limitless inspiration and creation. Every human being, every human soul is a conduit for limitless creation. But what happens, we get given a mind, a personality by this world, and it blocks. It literally acts as a block between you and your creative potential. And you get lost in thinking you are who you've been taught to think you're supposed to be. Hear those words again. So many of you get lost in thinking that you are who you were taught you were supposed to be, who the world told you to be. Johnny, Mary, Bob, Doug, Grace, who the world told you are gets in the way of who you really are. But the chance you have now is now that you know who you're not and you start to experience who you are, the contrast will let you liberate yourself from what the world has made you into. So again, if you're here for the first time, we encourage you to, before you do a meditation, drink 4 to 6 ounces of water before the meditation. And then at the end of the meditation, drink another 4 to 6 ounces of water. Why we ask you to do that is because when you put water into the system, it adds conductivity. It keeps it hydrated. Liquid water conducts neurological energy through the system. And when you're meditating or doing a guided meditation, you're altering the way your body and your brain are functioning. And so the energy in the body works differently. It works differently electrically and it works different chemically. Please remember that. So that when you're doing this, you want to make certain your body has proper hydration. So let's all take a drink of water. Thank you. Thank you. Now get your body comfortable. As comfortable as you can possibly get your body. And make certain that you're not going to be disturbed or distracted, unless, of course, you've learned to allow yourself, you've trained your mind and body to let go of distractions so you can stay in the present moment. But choose, for the sake of this, a place where you won't be distracted. And you want to sit your body down or lie your body down. We prefer sitting. We find that keeping the energy going up and down is better than side to side. But whatever you can do physically with your body that's best for it to be easiest to surrender is what's most important, not necessarily our preference. Now, if you find yourself yawning like that, that's a good sign. If you find your body yawning, it's a good sign because it means your brain is working harder, getting ready for this, and it needs more oxygen. That's why the body draws in. So take a long, slow, deep breath, and as you do, fill your lungs completely. And as you exhale the body, give all the muscles in your body permission to relax. And again, draw in another slow, deep breath. And as you exhale, give all the muscles in your body permission to let go, to turn loose. Turning your attention to your face and breathe into your face. And as you exhale, give the muscles in your face permission to relax. And all the muscles in the face just relax. And then breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, give your neck and shoulders and arms permission to completely relax. With each breath you take, deliberately giving the body permission to relax, to become still, open, and receptive to your awareness. Now breathe into your chest. Fill your lungs completely. And as you exhale, allow all the muscles in your chest and back to relax. Give them permission to relax. And breathe deeply again. And as you exhale, give the muscles in your stomach and lower back permission to relax. As you exhale, give them permission to relax. And then breathe deeply again. And as you exhale, allow all the organs, nerves, and glands to relax. As you exhale, giving the organs, nerves, and glands permission to relax. And breathing deeply again. Filling your lungs completely. And as you exhale, giving all the muscles, ligaments, and tendons around the pelvis permission to relax. Giving them permission to let go, to turn loose, to be open and receptive to your awareness. And then breathe deeply again and fill your lungs completely. And as you exhale, giving all the muscles in your legs and feet permission to be still, relaxed, and peaceful. Giving them permission, allowing them to be still, relaxed, and peaceful. Now turn your attention to the space that your physical body occupies, letting your awareness become aware of the space that your entire body occupies. And breathe into the space that your body occupies. Breathe into the space that your body occupies. And as you exhale, gently think to your body, thank you for being a part of my life. Feeling the body, letting go as you exhale. Feeling the space of the body, letting go as you exhale. And then breathing and filling the space of your body again, breathing in and filling the space of your body. And as you exhale, give your body permission to go deeper, to relax further. It's perfectly safe to let it go, to turn it loose. Just gently feel how the body feels as you let it completely relax. be aware of how the space of your body feels. To the space of your body. Think the thought, thank you for being a part of my life, even if I haven't understood you. Now breathe deeply and move your awareness to the place of thoughts, memories, and future considerations. And as you exhale, give all of your thoughts, memories, and future considerations permission to be still, quiet, peaceful. As you exhale, releasing thought, releasing memory, releasing future considerations. Use your breath to strengthen and release thoughts from your mind, strengthening the silence and releasing thoughts, memories, and emotions. Give your thoughts permission to be still. Use your breath to release any insistent thought. Just breathe in. As you exhale, release any persistent thought, memory, or future considerations. And just be aware of how you feel at this moment with the mind quieter, the body still. Be aware of how you feel being aware. If any thought, memory, or emotion comes to your awareness, simply breathe deeply. And exhale and allow the thought to just dissipate. Give your thoughts permission to dissipate. Now just allow yourself to be aware of the space that your body occupies and how it feels. Allow this. Allow your awareness to surround the body. Giving it permission go deeper, allowing giving your mind permission to be still so that you are aware of yourself as consciousness independent of the thought and the body, and that you are able to alter, and you have altered your body and your thought to the degree you have allowed. And if you apply this process repeatedly, your mind and body will be your complete servant. It is anyway. Draw in another deep breath. And as you exhale, allow the body to relax more and release any remaining thoughts, memories, or future considerations as you exhale. And very, very, very gently allow yourself to experience what you are experiencing as awareness. Pay attention to how your body feels different. Pay attention to the change in the intensity of activity in your thoughts and how that feels. And notice how you feel being aware of all of this. Notice how you feel. And very, very gently bring this feeling that you have back into your body. Allow the eyes to gently open. And just be aware of the difference in the energy of your body and the difference in the energy in your mind. And please share what you're experiencing in the comment section. What's different about your body? What's different in your thoughts? How do you feel as an awareness? Share those experiences with others. You don't have to, but it's sometimes useful to let others know. Some of you might feel that your body wants to sleep, and it probably does, and that's okay. It means it needs to regenerate, rejuvenate, revitalize. It also means you've released the stress from it and it wants to rest. When you walk through this process, you literally de-stress the body, you de-stress the mind, and you liberate yourself from being caught up in them. Now you're affecting a change in them. Instead of feeling like a change is happening to you, you're now causing a change in your experience of time and space. And I am truly honored that I get to participate with you in this process this weekend. The vibration that you feel is moving towards who you are, whether it's quiet or calm or peaceful or euphoric. You're moving closer to yourself when you get further from who you are not. And who you are not is who the world has made you to be. And who you are is who you are. Look at the timing of that, it's beautiful. Wonderful. Thank you, Sunny. Wonderful. Yes, for those of you that are familiar with our mediumship program with the Ascended Masters and our mediums, please go to my website if you want to join. Registration is still open for another 2 days. And that's williammichaelforbes.com. You can register for the course still. So we'll look forward to seeing you there. Wonderful. So take this energy, recognize you've changed. You articulated your body into a different state of being. You articulated your mind into a different state of consciousness. And you liberated yourself from what they are by instilling instructions into them. You get to experience what happens when you change how you treat them, right? Because remember, your body and mind have to be trained into a new self, because the self that you have been may not have been so pleasant. So when you learn how to rebuild yourself, because that's what it means to rebuild yourself, to train your body, to train your mind, to think and act differently. And they have to be trained. They won't do it on their own. Your mind and body have to be trained. What time is the orientation for the 101 course today? The 101 course orientation was at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All course events happen in Eastern Standard Time. Yes. All course live events, for those of you that are planning on attending or who have registered, all course live events are recorded and then loaded upon the private Facebook group page to be reviewed and observed afterwards. Yes, very well. Thank you, Maria. Good to see you again. Yeah. Again, when you can feel, this is not some hokey pokey thing. You are changing your body. When you interact with it differently, you change your mind when you alter its process. When you give your mind permission not to think, you are changing your energy. You're changing the mind. You're beginning to create a different mind, and you're beginning to create a different body. The challenge that most people feel is they have to keep doing it until it becomes reality, until a new body and a new mind are made. Dr. Joe Dispenza goes into great detail on the scientific process, the electrical chemical changes that happen, but we go to it very deeply in our courses and classes too. So I encourage you to come and join us. You have 2 more days to register. That's williammichaelforbes.com/courses. And it's Mediumship 101 that began today. Oh, you're very welcome, Farbadiba. Yeah, that's funny, that feeling of leaking your ears, because your ears, you'll start letting go of old energy. Literally, your body, when you give your body permission to completely relax and let go, and you continue to do that, it begins to release all of the stress, all of the past emotions, all of the thought energy that's stored in there, the judgments from other people. You literally start to liberate your body from the world. You start to spiritualize the flesh. The flesh is made whole, literally, from this process. And this is just the first step. Again, in our course and class, we do meditations, 2 or 3 meditations a week, and we go very deeply into understanding the process. Wonderful. Well, you're welcome, Ian. Hope to see you in the course of classes. No worries. Anyway, I want to say thank you, everybody. Much love today. Thank you for the donation today. I really appreciate it. If you want to support my channel and the work that we do, you can go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes, and support this with a small monthly donation. But you can also support us through the super chats here. You can also make a donation through my PayPal account. All of those links are on my YouTube main page. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, SJK. Thank you so much. I want to say much love to all of you. Have a wondrous, a joyful day. And I will see some of you on Monday for the grounding meditation. And also, you've got Desiree Nicole, who's going to be doing our practice card reading tomorrow on Monday morning. Chico Lemos is going to be introducing you to the Sun Food Living Program, which is an amazing program for transitioning away from the old way of eating junk and garbage food, and a safe, effective, beautiful way to transition over to healthy, vibrant, vital, living foods. And when you start to give your body that, it goes through a huge transition. So that's coming up Monday on Mediumship 101, in our Mediumship 101 program. So I want to say again, much love, everybody. We'll see you guys on Monday on Shortcuts for Your Soul. Bye for now.